I'm Lara, and my channel is called Sewn by Lara. If you found your way here, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. So today I am just popping on really quickly to talk about a few projects that I finished up last week during the week, and I didn't put them in the longer video just because of time. So I had mentioned that I had cut out a dress, this one, from McCalls 7993, and I made it out of this fabric. This is a, they call it a Mayfair fleece, and I don't know what makes it different than another fleece, but it is so buttery soft. It is just, oh, it's like wearing a hug, is a good way to say it. So I made View C out of this, and I'll insert some stills so that you can see what that looks like on. Again, my plan is to style this with light tights, or if I can find some neutral kind of colored leggings, those, and long boots. Though I think I could get away with booties depending on the color that I'm using. Black I think is a bit too harsh. Brown might be a better option, but I don't have a pair of brown booties, so might have to repair that. I also mentioned that I had found this really lovely fine rib knit from Fabricland Tillicum in Victoria, and I went back on Saturday to get some more. Had a real search because I couldn't, they had changed all the tables around, and so I couldn't find it where it originally had been. But thank God for one of the staff. I had mentioned it, and he, he searched and he actually found it when he was putting away stuff. So I took another 4 meters of it, and it's currently in the washer. But what I had made out of this was the Style Arc Debra Zebra turtleneck, and oh, I love that pattern. Enough that I was actually talking about it to a lady at work who is learning how to sew, and saying, if you want to make your own base layers, because she's very outdoorsy, these crazy military people, they're running in -30 outside and camping outside. This, not this fabric specifically, but that pattern, the zebra top, made in merino, has a base layer, would be a wonderful thing. And there's a number of stores on Vancouver Island, Sitka Fabrics and Discovery Fabrics specifically, that are selling fabrics with merino in them. Discovery has a wide range of technical fabrics, so if you're the outdoor sporty kind of type and you need some of those layers that are thin but warm and light and water repelling, then that may be a way to go. And that's certainly something that I'm looking at, because I want to be warm. I just hate feeling like that little kid who is so bundled up they can barely move. Yeah, I hate that feeling, and so that prevents me actually from doing outdoor running. That, and I'm always so scared of falling and breaking my neck, if it happens to be slippery. So I'll stick with the walking, but I still want to be warm, and I want to have my clothes to be breathable. So I'm looking at what could be some things that I could make that I can wear in that kind of setting. So the other thing that I had made again, I got this at Fabricland in Campbell River. Just a nice jersey cotton, feels really nice, got a good hand to it. But a simple t-shirt. And I'm trying to remember, the pattern was from Pattern Emporium. Maybe the Besties tee, maybe. But again, you know, quick make, you know, very functional. And for me, that could be that pattern. If making a base layer, again, this could be a good thing, right? So the big project that I was on the timeline for last week, I had cut it out, I don't know, a week and a half ago, was to make a pajama top. And I had, the goal was to make pajamas so that I could enter Design by Anita, her tea time, where she requests that everyone submit pictures of their homemade pajamas. And so I had made 2 pairs of pajamas using a McCalls, a nightgown, and they're great, you know. Had a giraffe on them and the other had anchor, and you know, I've worn both of them a lot, but I'm like, you know what, that's kind of not the look I want to be going on to someone else's channel. It's one thing for me and at home, but so I decided I'm gonna try this pattern by Style Arc. It's the loungewear PJ shirt. I added 6 inches to it and then whipped it up. I got a little stuck around the collar piece, but then I remembered I had saved a sew along. One of the ladies at Minerva, I think it is, had done a sew along on this, and so I flipped to that and, you know, stopped and started the video following kind of her instructions. So, and it really is quite easy. Like once you see someone else put it together, you go, oh yeah, okay, this makes sense. And again, for me, I also needed to make some notes on my actual pattern piece, like, you know, start your binding here, idiot. And I'm saying that to myself because again, I had to unpick multiple times because on the facing, I had put my piping too high up. So when I thought about, you know, when they said put it at the notch, I was thinking the notch up at the collar point, shoulder point. And there's actually a notch that's kind of down here that they meant. And so, you know, again, it even says that on the pattern. I just didn't see it. So I needed to, again, make some instructions there for me that were, you know, very foolproof. And again, I tested it out of this fabric, Graceful Gardens by Hoffman. And, you know, again, it's quite pretty. It's washed up very well. It pressed out, you know, pretty good. And, you know, I'm confident enough about the pattern and like it enough that I've got fabric to make 2 more. So I'll put in some stills so that you can see what that looks like. And maybe consider making one for yourself. There's also pajamas that goes with that and a robe. I only did the shirt because I feel more comfortable wearing just a shirt. But, you know, if you like the whole rig, or if you're going to go visit someone and, you know, you would feel more comfortable in having, you know, a full pajama set and a robe, then that's your pattern for you. So anyways, it's probably enough rambling at this point. I hope you have a really great day and have some time for sewing and enjoying your time at the sewing machine and being creative. Talk to you later.